This podcast contains discussions of mature themes, including violence, which may not be suitable for all audiences. Please proceed with caution. Listener discretion is advised.
Evil dies tonight!
Happy New Year, listeners, to one and all. Welcome back to Dark Talk, episode 1313. Lucky for some, James and Paul. How are you guys?
Very good, thank you.
I'm good, cheers, thank you.
I was going to ask you if you had a good Christmas and New Year, but it's been so long since we recorded it. It seems like months ago New Year and Christmas was.
Yeah, legit, right. I feel like out of whack with doing this, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I had a good Christmas though. It was good. How about you?
Well, I was with you over Christmas and we were fucking hammered.
Yeah,
So, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. I've got photos of you. I've got photos of you asleep on the floor at maybe was it like 5 p.m, 6 p.m or something like that? Asleep on your living room floor. So then me and Izzy were like, oh, should we just go out and have a drink? So we went and ordered some food and then went for a drink whilst we waited for it.
Yeah, we've been on a 3-day bend. Well, I'd been on a 3-day bender, so I think the last time we recorded an episode for this, I was when I got hammered. The next day, James, you came around for Christmas, and we stayed up till about 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night drinking, and that you've just described was the Saturday night. So by that point I was flagging because we'd been out drinking all day as well. Like we had about 3 hours sleep, woke up and went straight to the pub to meet with family. Got leathered. So by 5 o'clock I had a power nap, and then I was back on it by 6.
I think you did actually get back on it and then stayed up later than me then. Fair play.
What have you been up to, Paul? Seen anything cool? Read any good books lately?
So, saying about having a power nap and going back to it, on my work Christmas party, I did something similar. I was like unconscious by 6 p.m. I woke up, didn't know where I was, like in bed somehow. And the last time I remembered, I was in Chester, and then I was just in bed. And then I woke up, I was like, Rah! I was like reborn. I was like, then I walked to town and carried on.
You went back out, did you?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Like Michael Myers emerging from the ashes of a violent mob that's beaten him to death.
Yeah, did you do the sitter like that? And then look towards the drinks cupboard?
Probably. Yeah. But after a bit of a heavy Christmas, I am teetotal, so that's good. Because I listened back to some of the pods when I was drinking, and I was like, oh god, I'm so unfunny, and like to me at the time, it's like it sounds good, but it's just not at all. So I am coffee total.
I'm currently editing Halloween 6 episode, and I can hear myself slurring my words towards the end because I was on like my 10th beer.
Yeah. I'd listened to that one, and I was cringing because I remember I'd had like quite a few to drink as we were doing it, but then at first I was like, oh fucking hell, like we're gonna have to re-record the whole thing. But then as I got into it, I was actually like, it's pretty good, I think.
I'm also not drinking, so trying to do this podcast without a Budweiser in my hand feels really, really weird to me. And I easily go to the shop and get a 6-pack now. And
just drink coffee. I got this massive coffee. Look at the size of this cup. It's huge.
Have you both not had a drink since New Year's then, or Christmas, or
Christmas Day, mate?
Yeah, I'd say 5 o'clock in the morning. New Year's Day was my last drink. So yeah, I finished my last beer and then off to bed.
Nice.
I haven't had a drink since. I've been keeping busy. I've not actually thought about it until now. This is like a Pavlovian thing because of where we are, what we're doing. We're usually having a nice cold beer.
Yeah, you sent me a photo of yourself at 5 in the morning with a beer like this. This is my last beer. Cheers for waking me up at 5 in the morning.
Well, no more of that.
I'm having a cold glass of wine. I do apologise. I feel like I'm I don't want to rub it in.
No, it's cool.
Don't want to rub it in, but
man.
it's fucking delicious.
Just make the rest of us feel like shit.
Yeah, but then when I listen to this one back, I'll be like, oh god.
Show me that wine again.
Why? What that?
My mouth is actually watering looking at that.
It's that 19 Crimes one that I was drinking at your house. It's fucking so good.
Oh, that was delicious, isn't it? Cheers for putting that back in my mind.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
No worries.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
So, what have you guys been watching? Seen anything cool?
So, I have started Letterboxd back up properly, and I've been trying to do a thing of watching like 2 new films a week, like stuff I've never seen.
Nice.
And so far, I've watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've watched 8 this year so far, so I'm actually one behind. But
That's still pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty good. So I've watched
Give me your best two.
my best 2. Well, Nosferatu's on there, and I did not like that. Have you both seen it?
No, but I'm hearing that it's absolute fucking dog shit.
Have you seen it, Paul?
No, I probably won't watch it.
Okay, I won't say anything else about it. You probably won't watch it.
No.
I'm going to watch it, but so yeah, don't say
Okay,
anything.
yeah. Okay, so best 2, probably I watched a film called Leroy, Texas. I sent it to the group the other day. Fucking well.
Yeah.
It's like a Fargo sort of thing. And then I watched a film called The Royal Hotel. It's about these 2 girls who work in like in a bar out in the outback in Aussie. It's like a mining town. It's one of the the girl from Ozark, you know, the blonde villain.
God, her.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good film. It's just about like nothing really happens so much, but it's about like violence towards women, and it was really fucking good. Yeah. And then everything else I've watched is pretty shit. Apart from I watched The Quiet Place as well, day 1. That was alright.
I've never seen any of those.
Oh, really? They're solid like trilogies. They're good.
No,
I've only seen the first one.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, don't know why.
Hang on, am I getting it right? It's the film where those monsters, they can only hear you if you speak. Is that
if you make
can't
any
see
noise.
you?
Yeah,
I got that right.
yeah.
So there's recently, like the end of last year, 2024, there was a new film out which is like the prequel showing how they arrived on Earth. Have I got that right? Because I think I saw a trailer for it in the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I've not seen any of those, but they do look pretty.
They
cool.
are good. Like, there's no, from my point of view, there's no like cringy crap in it and stuff like that. And Cillian Murphy's in the second one as well. It's fucking ace.
It's part of the sensory universe, isn't it? That we spoke about on maybe the last one.
Oh yeah, what did you say? What was in that again?
So Bird Box, where you're not allowed to see.
Bird Box. Yeah.
Quiet Place, where you're not allowed to make any noise. The Happening, you're not allowed to sniff or smell. And
I've not seen that.
and I'm sure there was more, but
I also watched
so unimpressed.
Escape Room. Which, have you seen it advertised? You know what it is?
the original one.
Yes.
No, I don't think it's. I think it came out pretty recent. 2019 it came out.
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's not very good, but like I was expecting it to be like really, really fucking bad. But I actually sat through the whole thing and turned it off and didn't really. It was enjoyable to watch. It was like a shit version of Cube, thingy version. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Cool.
God, you just made me think of Cube. Is it Cube Zero? The third one.
Yeah.
Just one of the most dog shit films ever
I
made.
think that's my my review of it is like Cube, but not as good, but better than Cube Zero.
I like Cube Zero.
Cube is like I saw Cube, the first Cube film, when I was like, it came out in '97. I must have seen it a year later because it was on Film 4 or something, and it blew my mind. I thought this is one of the best films ever. I thought, how can a film like this exist? And then I watched Cube 2, Hypercube, and it's nowhere near as good, but it is like insane. It's like so much fun. Hypercube, I love Cube 2.
Cube 2 is my favourite one because it's just so like batshit fucking mental.
Yeah. I bought the Cube trilogy from HMV back in the day, and like I thought, oh my god, Cube Zero, this is going to be like the final piece of the puzzle. And oh my god, that's just. Well, we'll have to like review some extremely bad films on this, but I'll have to choose a really, really terrible film.
Maybe we should review the Cube films, because there's Cube 2, Hypercube, and then Zero, and then there's the Japanese one as well.
There's a Japanese one?
Oh, yeah.
It's a remake of the original Cube.
Yeah, it's a remake of the original, because the original isn't Japanese.
Canadian,
it's Canadian, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a Japanese remake.
Yeah. Paul, what have you been watching? What have you been doing?
So speaking of like escape rooms and that, I watched the film Heretic, which is
no spoilers, please.
No
I'm
spoilers.
dying to watch that.
So from the trailer and that, I only saw one trailer and I was like, that's enough for me. I'm not going to spoil it for myself by checking anything else out about it. But in the trailer, it kind of looked a bit escape roomy, but now I've seen it, it's not. So that's not a spoiler for you, James, but it's not like escape roomy. Since you haven't seen it, I won't say anything about it because I don't want to alter your decisions even before you watch it. Do you know what? I'm really sensitive to spoilers. Like, even if someone tells me something's good or bad, that really affects my viewing on it, so I won't say anything.
Like,
what else have I watched? I watched a good film on Mubi called Bird. It's not a horror film. It takes place in like a London town.
A prison?
No, in London somewhere. It doesn't actually say in the film where they are, but I assume it's London. And it's got Barry Keegan And this other actor, I can't remember his name now, but he was phenomenal. He was so good. So I'm going to check out some of his other films. German guy, and it was pretty good film. Yeah. It was.
What was it called? Sorry, Bird.
Bird, yeah. I think it's the type of film that's going to win some awards.
Yeah, I've seen this. It keeps popping up on movie adverts, I think.
Yeah.
Is he covered in tattoos in it, Barry?
He is. They're shown fake tattoos. You know, like
one of the black. And like...
Yeah. They're like over the top. Like one goes down his face, and it's like.
Yeah.
Nobody would have that tattoo. And like during it, me and my missus spoke about like tattoos in films because let's be honest, there are very few decent depictions of tattoos in films, with The Place Beyond the Pines being the exception, because Ryan Gosling's tattoos in that film are like, they look very real and very good and suit his character perfectly. They suit Barry's character in this, but they're not very realistic looking. But
yeah, I'm just looking at them now. They're very, very dark.
Yeah, they're like Seth Geckos in From Dusk Till Dawn or something, you know.
Yeah, I was just about to
say. But that actually doesn't take anything away from the film because it's still a really good film.
I tell you who has got good tattoos, sorry to interrupt quickly, is probably some of the best tattoos I've seen in films, fake ones, is Brad Pitt in Snatch.
That was another film that I mentioned. They're really good looking, real looking tattoos.
And thingies in what are thingies in Cape Fear? Like I always remember them being quite good, but are they shit?
Robert De Niro's. Yeah. He's got the. Does he have love hate? No, that's.
No, he does, doesn't he? Because you remember in The Simpsons, Sideshow Bob's got like, is it love and hat or something?
Yeah,
I've only got 3 fingers.
Yeah, but that's from Night of the Hunter, the original. Yeah. But yeah, he must have it in Cape Fear, I think.
He's got the.
But Cape Fear is the similar sort of tattoos, you know, like tiny individual tattoos all over his body.
Prison tattoos.
Yeah, his ripped, muscular, released from prison body that I just want to oil up.
He looks so fucking cool in that film, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's sick as shit in that film.
Yeah, it's a good film. Other than that, though, I've been quite busy, so like I haven't had a lot of time to like sit down and properly watch a film. Been watching a lot of Studio Ghibli films. Ghibli.
Nice.
And you know, I'm quite a big fan of those films, and they're really good to help you get to sleep. So I've been watching a few of them, and that is probably about it.
Did you manage to watch that Leroy, Texas?
No. I think I was in work when you messaged it, and I was just like,
"Oh, okay." Yeah.
I will remember to watch that, and then I just didn't because I've just been.
Yeah, well, both of you, if you get a chance, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I'll save that for the weekend. I'm working all weekend. At the minute, I've been watching the TV series Yellowstone.
How is it?
It's amazing. Like
really?
I'm still on series 1, but I'm absolutely hooked. I was so annoyed that I couldn't spend today watching it. I had to watch Halloween Kills. I was like so pissed off. I couldn't like watch the next episode. Kevin Costner's awesome.
I said on one of the podcasts that we did recently, I keep getting signs to watch this program. Everywhere I go, it'll just pop up for like almost no reason at all. I haven't asked anyone about it or anything. People just keep mentioning it and just keep seeing it advertised and stuff. So I'm going to have to give it a go. I did watch about 20 minutes of it, but I was a bit busy at the time and I just didn't watch it. But do you ever remember when I...
it's definitely a sit down.
I accidentally tagged Kevin Costner in a Facebook post. It was like... I was watching Robin Hood, and I typed in Facebook. I was like, on what planet did they think Kevin Costner would be a suitable Robin Hood, or something along those lines? I don't know how it tagged him, and it tagged his whole like page and stuff. I was like, what the fuck?
Did he get back to you? Did you get a flaming arrow through your window or something?
No, he wrote back to it. I've DM'd you, Paul.
DM'd Paul. Joe, though, I did. Did I ever tell you that I accidentally tagged a professional cyclist in a post on Instagram? And he replied to me, saying, "Why would you tag me in this?" And I replied with like a crying, laughing face. And then I mentioned it to this lad who I thought I had tagged about 6 months later. He was like, "Don't know what you're on about." And I found it, and it was actually accidentally a professional cyclist with the same name.
Right, let's get going.
Let's have it.
Right, gentlemen. We're here tonight to discuss Halloween Kills from 2021, directed by David Gordon Green, starring Andy Matichak, Judy Greer, Will Patton, James Jude Courtney, and the one and only Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. So, when did you two fine gentlemen first see this film? And what are your, I say memories, it's quite a recent film, so tell me about this film.
I saw it in the cinema. I think I saw it on Halloween night, actually, the year it came out in the cinema. And it was my first cinema viewing of a Halloween film since Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And I loved 2018 at that point. And so when I started it, I loved, obviously, the opening scene, the flashback scene, but then the whole house on fire scene, which we will get to shortly, that I was giddy watching that shit in the cinema. I was cheering and everything, honestly, yeah. So in the cinema, Halloween night, the year it came out, I think I wore my original Halloween t-shirt and I was just like a kid, excited. That was my experience. It was awesome.
James, when did you first see it?
So I did watch this one in the... I think I've seen all of these three, like this trilogy, in the cinema, actually. I remember, like you, Paul, like loving that beginning bit. Like the 70s bit, the set in the 70s, fucking so good. What about you?
I'd pretty much been done with the Halloween franchise since I watched 2018 and thought it was absolute shite. So I don't think I'd watched a Halloween film until this came out. So it was probably about a year after this came out. It was just randomly on Netflix and I was doing some like uni work or something. So I just chucked it on in the background, thought that'll be, something to just listen to. And I got no work done because I ended up like sitting down and just like watching it with my jaw dropped, wide eyed open. I thought, oh my god, this was like, I thought it was really good, really good. I watched it like about a week later because I wanted to review it, just write down my thoughts about it. So watching it today was probably like my third or fourth viewing of the film.
Yeah.
Right, so this is one of the things that I enjoyed watching it on this viewing as well because I hadn't watched 2018 since it first came out up until a couple of weeks ago. So when I watched Kills this time, a lot of things that were in Kills that were just sort of baffled me, I had context for now. So the bit where shithead Cameron, Alison's boyfriend, he opens the film and he's walking down the street and he was in a dress, and when I watched it I was like, why the hell is that lad in a dress? Like, what's going on? He's on the phone, he's trying to call where's my hug? Oh, yeah. And
I'm a hugger.
who's been killed? Who was killed in the last film by Michael. He finds the body of Deputy Hawkins, who we thought died in the last film, but thank God he's alive.
Yeah.
But and it made me think about fucking Dr. Sartain again. I was thinking, God, Dr. Sartain is so shit. Like, he couldn't even get a single murder on his fucking scoreboard. Like, he just like the one chance he had to kill it, he couldn't do it.
I was thinking about what you said last time, Paul, when you were saying like when we did Halloween 2018, and they must have known that they were going to do a second film.
Yeah.
Like, like all the bits link up and all that sort of stuff. Like, obviously they could just reshoot it, but yeah, it's just like...
Yeah, it's such a hard part two, this is like there's a lot of characters you saw in the background of 2018 get full arcs in this one, so it was definitely planned.
Do you know what? It was, while I was reading through my trivia of the week, I think I knew this though, I think I read it or heard it a while ago, they were supposed to be filmed back to back, so almost certainly everything that they planned for this film was pre-planned rather than having to wait that time. I think it was because of COVID, but was it, what year did this come out? 2021?
It came out 2021.
Yeah, so
2021, and it was supposed to be released during 2020, so I guess it would have been filmed about 2019, just after.
Well, it was supposed to be back to back, but it wasn't. So, like, I always thought, so Hawkins, him surviving it, I always thought that was a bit of a cop-out. I thought they brought him back because he's a pretty good character, Will Patton. I thought it was a bit of a cop-out, like, he should have died, but they brought him back, and they didn't plan it, but they probably did if they were going to shoot him back to back, unless it was like a last-minute change.
I guess he doesn't really do that much in this film, though, so, I mean, they could have brought him back without altering too much of the story, because all he does is at this first scene, and then he's in a hospital bed for the rest of the film. But think about it. Why would they ad hoc bring him back and then do all these flashback scenes, base them around his character?
Think
about it.
So he's quite prominent in Ends, though, without jumping too far ahead. He plays a big role. So
should we talk about these flashbacks?
Yeah, fucking.
So we get a flashback to the original babysitter murders from 1978, the night he came home. So it's basically a flashback to events that happened after the original Halloween film. What do you think of the way this looks?
I think this is easily the best bit of the film. I mean, it's just like the mask as well. It's just like, it's the exact mask from the first one. It's so good. And it just, like, the way he moves and, like, it's just done so well. And they put so much effort into making it look that good as well. Because this could have looked so bad.
I agree.
They were taking a big risk doing this. But I think they pulled it off.
I can't believe, every time I watch it, I still can't believe how well it was done, because it looks like a 70s film. Like, it's grainy, everything in it, like they've got a lot of cars in it and stuff, and like the houses and stuff. I don't know how difficult it was for them to on shooting locations and stuff, but hairstyles, clothing, all sorts. It's just so well done. And do you know what? It just made me think, like, it's only like 7 minutes long or something, that part, isn't it? I always remember it being much longer.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Every time I watch it, I remember the thought of how much I would love to see a spin-off film made now by the same company from that year about something else that happened because of Michael or something like that. You know, like not an anthology, like complete separation story, but something like a spin-off that does acknowledge everything's happened, but it's just set in that time.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, when the flashback ended on this viewing, I thought, fuck, I could have watched the whole film set in 1978. I could have watched Michael Myers running around Haddonfield in the past, and then the third film could have dealt with what he's going through, what's happening.
Yeah, that would have been fucking, like a remake of H2, basically.
Yeah.
But, you know...
basically, but shot like that, and just a completely different plot, you know, just like different ideas. Yeah, like I so could have had that. That would have made my day.
I was thinking about this in like the order of stuff as well, and I think we talked about it last time, didn't we? We said about like, oh, they've taken away the storyline where Michael and Laurie are brother and sister, but the film is still like him going after her. So we were like, what's the point in that? I would love it if this was like the first film. So like it's more about the film, because Jamie Lee's not really in this that much. I mean, she's in it, but she's in the hospital the whole time. So like if this first film was like Michael comes back to Haddonfield, and then it's like, I don't know, just not really about her. Like maybe she's still there, but like
show what he did when he returned in 2018. That little mini killing spree goes on. Show that now in the past in 1978. Yeah, I thought that would have been such a good idea. But I get why they didn't. But,
I know. But this, But the cinematographer got in touch with like Dean Cundy and was like, "Oh, like what's the best way I can replicate like how you shot it?" And in that scene, they don't edit them really quickly as well, so it matches like films of its time. And like the shots are just dead simple and nothing fancy. It's just it's so good.
I can't remember his name, but the guy who did The Mask went to a great effort to get it as close to the original as possible. Hairs being out of place, or like a slight curl in the hair, and all the shading that needed to be in around the eyes and or inside. Like apparently he shaded the inside of the mask as well, because that was like that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's so good, that mask.
It's the best mask by far. It's the best mask we've ever seen apart from the original. It's the best effort to replicate that mask, like, but bar none. Like the one tiny nitpick about that mask is it's a bit too tight. Like it's like they've sculpted it to the guy's face, whereas the original has got a bit more
sag.
Like a bit more of a sag on it. I mean, that's just me like being a prick. It's like complaining about nothing. That's the only thing that I would say is wrong with that mask. Not that there's anything like majorly wrong with it, because it's fucking awesome.
What do we think about Loomis?
So when on my second watch of this film, right, so I was writing a review about it, so I was like, oh my god, and even the CGI Dr. Loomis looked amazing. And then it was like, I think it was one of you two told me, you were like, no, it was just some guy that looked like him and they made him up and they used like dubbed his voice with an impersonator, and I was like, what the fuck? His lines don't match up with the way he's talking when he's shouting up the stairs at Hawkins. Like that's a bit cheesy, but like I thought the whole effort was like fucking great. I thought, because you have to have him at that part. You know, if you're gonna go into the past, I
wonder if they didn't have that guy. Have you seen a photo of the guy who plays him without him dressed up as
I have, not recently, but I have. So he was just like some set hand.
He was I think so.
So was he?
A set builder, I think, or something like that. I remember watching it in the cinema.
They noticed his similarity.
I was like looking around at other people to see like what they would look like, their reaction to it. Because I was like pointing at the screen.
Well, the thing is though, that could have been awful. Because imagine if they had used CGI and it ended up looking like Peter Cushing in Rogue One, or like fucking.
They probably would have.
Ian Holman, fucking alien Romulus again.
But.
We got to get away from this film. It comes up every episode, alien fucking Romulus.
What was I going to say? You said about the voice not syncing up perfectly. I think they kind of realised that, because it shows the guy playing Loomis, he turns quite a lot, so it doesn't have to show his mouth while the vocalizations are coming out. So he turns that way and he shouts back up, and it's quite shadowy as well. But I mean, how hard they tried to get this as perfect as possible, I don't think they could have done a better job. But one thing though that I did pick up on, so the guy who did the voiceover, he's like a stand-up comedian or comedian, isn't he? So he does the voice and he does it really well, but he pronounces stay, the word stay, because he's like, stay back. But he's like got like a slight too much of a southern, like London-y kind of thing. He's like, stay. Do you know what I mean? Have a listen to that. Have a listen to that bit, and he's like, stay. He sounds like slightly Australian. And that was the only thing I can nitpick.
Did Michael kill again?
Yeah. But also the end shot of that sequence, it's the replicating the original, the jib coming back out, zooming out. When Michael's just stood there and everybody's like pointing their guns at him, and that shot, I want that shot printed out and like framed. It's so good because like nobody's moving in it. It looks fake.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It reminds me of the opening credits for Watchmen.
Yeah.
It's like set to that Bob Dylan track, and it's all slow motion. The camera's moving. It reminded me of that. I thought, oh god, that was.
It great. Looks like I was thinking. I just literally watched it again before we started. Kind of like like the opening titles to Beetlejuice, like the model town, and like nobody's moving. It looks like like what do they call it, like a diorama of that scene, and it's just because you've got Loomis just standing and staring in the background. It's so good.
But that's where we get the credits. So what do you think of the theme, with the smash cuts of the credits?
I love it.
Yeah, I didn't really think anything of it, to be honest.
The flaming pumpkins, there were 12 pumpkins.
12.
If I remember rightly. 12 pumpkins were there to symbolise the 12 films, this being the 12th. And I just love the fact that they're on fire. And obviously the opening scene that we have with Michael is set around a massive fire. And this is probably one of my favourite openings. Probably my favourite, actually.
I'm with you on that, I think.
What opening, as in the flashback scene?
No,
not the credits.
The opening title credits part.
Oh, just the credits, yeah.
I do mean the whole bit, but I just mean the pumpkin's on fire. The music's slightly different, and it was made by John and Cody Carpenter. And I just love the pumpkins being on fire. I love it. It's probably my favourite after the original, obviously. But then I think the only thing that comes close is Halloween 3 with the digital pumpkin kind of thing. Which I love, and the digital music.
Yeah.
And that, but
I was listening to that in the car before Halloween 3 when we were talking about the credits, the opening bit, but we were all discussing like, I was fucking, it was making me think about how awesome that Halloween. Just before we get out of 1978, we meet an original character, a proper OG. We meet Lonnie, the kid from Halloween 1. He's getting bullied this time. So instead of bullying Tommy Doyle, he's getting bullied by these two girls and this lad, right? One of them just like stares him in the face. He's like, "This is what you get when you fuck with the Mullaneys." And I was like, who the fuck are the Mullaneys? Like,
what is that about?
Like, what purpose? I've no fucking clue. So, like, the Mullaneys, like, some sort of minor character from the originals, because, like, that can't just be, like, made up.
That was, like, when I was watching, I was like, fuck it, that's, like, so Rob Zombie. Just checked in. I don't know. It's so, like, out of thingy for the film.
It reminded me of that ginger family from Malcolm in the Middle. Like...
Yeah. But yeah, it is so out of place, isn't it?
I like when the cop turns up as well, and he pulls up and he's like, "Have you kids seen a man in a mask?" And they're like, "It's Halloween, dumbass, everyone's wearing a mask," or whatever. He's like, "Well, there's a fucking maniac with a mask on the loose, and he's murdered 3 teenagers, and it'll happen to you." And they're all like, "Ah, fuck!" And they all just run off.
That's what I love about this film.
I thought, nice one, cop.
They keep calling him the man in the white mask throughout this, which has never really been like a thing, and it's creepy as hell.
So we go to modern day. So it's literally 5 minutes after the previous film where Michael's been burned alive. So before we talk about Michael's Phoenix from the Ashes performance, let's talk about the bar scene where we meet some of the Haddonfield residents. What do you think of the way they introduced the old characters? Tommy, Marion, Lindsay Wallace, and the aforementioned Lonnie.
I thought I would fucking hate this, but I actually loved the flashback. When the flashback, I actually really like. Normally I would be like, bit shit, but I enjoyed it. It was quite creepy.
I thought it was funny because like Tommy's there, and he's got the spotlight, he's shining it right in their faces. Yeah, they're all like, ah! So he's like, it's like Lindsay Wallace, she was here that night. He's like, Marion Chambers, she was there that night, and they get flashbacks to the original film, and he goes, and there's Lonnie, and it's like he gets a flashback to this film like 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
It's like that guy, the mental patient in Halloween Resurrection, also killed nurse and paramedic same night. It's Yeah, I know it was a bit thingy, but that when it cuts back to Annie, does it cut back to Annie being killed at that point because of Lindsay Wallace?
It does cut back to Annie, yeah, but I don't know if it's when she's being. Is it when she's being killed?
Anyway, I think at some point. Anyway, it's like when you see those flashbacks, but like they add a different sound to it that's in the original Halloween. It's just like refreshing. I found it. I actually quite liked it. Do you like it, Paul?
Yeah, like it's very cheesy, but I don't mind a bit of cheese. Like something else that will.
Yeah, this whole film is
something else that we'll talk about later. I think it's just this group of people, isn't it? That I mean, I can imagine a lot of people would hate it because of this group of people. Like I think I read on IMDb, like this town is full of dumb people or something like that. We
do meet two of the fucking worst characters in the film in this same scene, right? You know what I'm going to talk about, don't you?
Go for it.
The doctor and nurse characters. Right? So it's like, she's the doctor, but she's dressed as a nurse. And he's the nurse, but he's dressed as a doctor. I was like, Seymour Skinner. I was like, how ironic. It's just like, they are such fucking bellends because, like, there's a bit, when you first introduced to them, they're like sat there watching TV in the bar, and like everyone's having a nice drink, and they're like, guys, can you keep it down? Me and my wife were trying to watch TV in a bar with music on Halloween night instead of staying home. It's like, fuck off. Who do you think you were trying to watch TV in a honky-tonk bar?
They're watching the talent show.
We'd appreciate a bit of peace and quiet, thank you.
It must be all those men drinking lager and burping. Yeah, it's...
But for clarity's sake, during this podcast, I'm going to refer to them by what they're wearing. Nurse. So the nurse will be the female, the doctor will be the male, because I'm not fucking dicking around with that.
Why don't we just look up their names, their character names?
Nah.
No, I can't be asked. I don't want to call them by their names. They're too
I'm going to call them by their names.
I'm just going to sort of amalgamate these bar scenes as well, because I'm not jumping to the bar, then jumping back to this, and jumping back to that. So I'm just going to carry on with what happens in the bar. So when they find out Michael is alive, they see on the news, because their next door neighbour is the second woman he killed. Do you remember? Like he ran into a house and stabbed her. Not the hammer woman, the stabbing woman. And they're like watching her on the news, and they're like, "Oh, it's Mrs. Dubot, next door neighbour. She's dead." And I was like, "Mrs. fucking Dubot."
I missed that.
Yeah, and then the kid turns up, the little kid who's being babysat.
Oh, when he's on the news.
And the doctor is like, "Hey, look, it's that little asshole next door."
They show photos of like Lindsay and that.
Yeah.
They show a photo of Bob, don't they, as a kid?
Isn't it Bob Odenkirk?
Yeah, it's Bob Odenkirk.
I missed it this time, actually. Fuck yeah.
Because apparently they couldn't track down the actor, which I thought was pretty wild.
We'll come back to the bar scene in a bit. There's like a bigger scene in the bar in a minute. But we cut to... So the film's been on for like 15, 20 minutes at this point. We still haven't seen Laurie or anything of what happens, because they left in that back of that farm truck, didn't they? So we cut back to them in the back of the truck being like sped off in the opposite direction of the house. And we see the fire truck coming the other way. Yeah, and Laurie's just like, "Oh my god, no, don't put the fucking fire out. He's in there, like, let it burn." Let it burn.
Yeah. That was like, I think that's used in the trailer quite a bit, and it's quite like...
I think it's quite powerful. Like...
Yeah, so
she's obviously traumatized.
Yeah. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. So we get definitely the scene that made Paul come when he was watching it. Was
twice.
The firemen putting out the fire, and one of them dies, gets murdered in the basement, and then the rest of them are there trying to put the fire out. And I was like, "Oh my god, through hellfire and brimstone, that's gotta be Michael Myers!" Like, he emerges onto the porch of the house, and I thought fucking Paul Bearer was going to be behind him, going, "Oh yes!" He looks like a fucking giant, and the firemen are just like, "Oh fuck, here we go."
Right, so before you cut ahead to that bit, though, the first fireman goes in and the floor collapses, and he falls down into the basement, the trap where Michael is. So, like, he's obviously hurt himself. He's like, "Help! The floor's collapsed. I need it, blah, blah, blah." And he, like, looks, and he's like, "There's someone else down here." And it just, like, the smoke just, like, disappears. It's slowly, you just see Michael's mask, and it's just like, he's like, "Oh, fuck!" And Michael just, like, pickaxes him through the mask, like, 6 times straight into his face, just ended him completely.
He was not having a good day.
And then the other fireman's like got sticking his hand out. He's like, "Take my hand!" Like, into the smoke.
Oh shit! I forgot about it.
Michael's hand that comes through, and he's just like, "Oh shit!"
Oh god!
Oh, God.
So Michael goes to confront these firemen, and they've got like an assortment of different weapons, like, you know, crowbars and fucking chainsaws and grinders and shit like that. But the first fireman, he tries a different approach. He tries to soothe Michael's heart with a Cool Island hose. He's like, hey, this guy better cool off.
The pressure on that fucking thing. No wonder the fire didn't go out. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Yeah, in real life, that would have fucking floored the fireman, and Michael would have been shot back into the house with the pressure on those fucking hoses.
Yeah, I remember watching like Jackass and seeing like them use full on hoses on people and just like obliterating them down the street, like Johnny Knoxville flying down the street just getting hosed. But like, yeah, I don't know if they were trying to emphasize the fact that Michael's big and strong, or whether it just wasn't on full power. But he blasts him straight in the chest, which the fireman looks surprised that it didn't do anything, and he just keeps approaching as he's getting shot in the chest by it. So I don't know whether that's like Michael is strong or
I don't even think
Hose is weak.
I don't even think it looks like
It didn't look strong.
on high pressure though. It's just like,
Well, I mean, they couldn't actually shoot James Dew Courtney with a full pressure fire hose, so they had to like.
No, I know, but I mean, but that's even worse then because it just looks.
Got what they were trying to do. They were trying to just like use whatever they had available.
Yeah,
so the guy was just like, "Fuck it, fucking."
At
love
that
this.
point, they don't know that Michael had done anything wrong. They didn't know that he was a murderer or anything. He's just a guy walking up.
He's walking towards them, waving.
He's got it.
It's a Halligan
He's got
bar.
it like this in two hands.
Innocent till proven guilty, Daniel.
The two people inside have just been like, "There's somebody there, and he's killing us."
Didn't even say that.
He's killing us.
But like, do you think that the fireman could have been like, my first port of call is to try and cool this guy down because he's just come out of a fiery house?
That would have been.
He
more
could have been like,
effective.
shit, I need to I have a duty of care to make sure he's not burning alive inside that suit.
I tell you what, the next time you see a flaming man waving a deadly weapon in a white mask who's like fucking 6'5", stomping towards you angrily, right? You just talk to him and see how he ends up. Instead of using like, you know, your chainsaw to attack him back.
Well, I think words are underestimated, Dan. I think I could definitely.
Sorry, I don't believe in violence.
I definitely think I could melt his icy heart with a cool island poem.
No. You want to warm his cold. No, you want to warm, not melt. You want to warm his cold heart with a hot.
But it's
island
just come out with a
right?
fire, so it'd be hot.
Yeah.
So he needs cooling. So his hot heart needs cooling with a warm island song. No, that doesn't make sense.
With a cool island song. Jesus.
What the heck?
So I really like this scene. Have you seen the backstage? What is it? The behind the scenes, the practice sessions that James Dew Courtney was doing with the stuntman.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he's doing it with like an eye patch on because I think he was like, obviously one side of Michael's face is burned, so I think he was like,
was he?
I don't know if the mask was obscuring his view. So he had to just do it one-eyed, and the guys are all rigged up on these like pulleys, for him to lift up and things like that. It's fucking it was.
They're actual firemen as well. They're not actors. They were all real firefighters.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah.
I will say though, I love the way the scene looks, and obviously it's like super impressive and stuff like that. But I just don't like it.
I was going to come to that. This is a very divisive scene. Like everyone, well, I think a lot of people do not like this scene because they think it's too Jason.
It's
just
Michael.
I couldn't disagree more. I think this is one of my favourite scenes from any of the Halloween films.
But do you agree that it's not very like Michael Myers though?
Well, what else would he have done in that situation? Snuck out the back, do you think?
Yeah, that's exactly what Michael would do.
I don't think this is out of character, did I?
I don't think it is for this version of Michael. I think it's in line with the 2018 film.
I know. That's my problem. I just keep thinking like...
Yeah, but like...
I don't know. I just... That sort of thing in a film...
He's had 40 years...
He can kill 7 people.
He's had 40 years of hanging around not killing people, so he's got a lot of that energy built up, ready to take on people. And also, without skipping ahead too much... Laurie suggests that the more killing he does, it makes him stronger and probably more brutal and stuff as well. So it is in line with this version, to me anyway. But I love the scene. It's one of my favourite scenes. And I, as I say, in the cinema, I was just like, as Dan said before, jizzing. It was so good. I loved it.
So we're back at the bar. They get the whole Michael Myers is back on the loose thing, and the doctor and the nurse, they're thinking, fuck this, we're just going to go home. So they go to the car, Now, there's somebody mysterious hiding in this car. Now, I was like, remember the first time I watched this, I thought, oh my god, that's got to be Michael. And when it wasn't him, I was like, oh my god, that's so clever. It's the guy from the first film. So it's the guy who escaped the Smiths Grove transport bus from the first film. He's just a smaller...
He looks like...
Is he in the first film?
Running around.
Yeah, he's
only in it for a bit. He's one of the people in the courtyard.
He's on the chessboard. Has he got the umbrella over him? He looks like Penguin from Batman Returns.
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah. I knew the character was from the first one. I didn't know we actually saw anything about him.
Yeah, we do. And I think the last you see him is before that kid gets murdered. Like, I think you just see him sort of running off.
Yeah, he's wandering around, I think.
So this is the first time we've seen him since then. But yeah, I feel really bad for this guy, but we'll get on to what happens to him later on.
Yeah.
So Michael, being free, he's just spaffed his load on these firemen. He's the apex predator now. He is like on one. So I'd say this is probably my most disturbingly sad, gross scene of the film. So he breaks into the house of this middle-aged couple, drags the husband through the plate glass window, stabs the wife, who is the graveyard caretaker from the first film.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't get that on any of my watches.
Yeah. So he stabs her in the throat with a
light tube,
smashed up halogen light bulb, and it's like a tube, like a light tube, and oh my god, it's fucking gross. It's as I was watching it, I was thinking, do you remember we were saying back in Rob Zombies that the scariest scenes were the home invasion ones? So the one where he's with Danielle Harris, the one where he's with the Strode parents. This scene reminded me exactly of that, and I didn't like it. It scared me so much. I thought, oh my god. And she's lying there, she's been stabbed, and he drags her husband back into the kitchen, puts him on the counter, and he slowly just starts putting knives into him. And she's watching this. I thought, oh my, this is like horrific. It's just,
in front of her, like, that's the man she loves, and she's just lying there like barely breathing and just watching her husband. But do you know what, also Michael, the way he does it, the way he takes them, he looks like a child to me. He looks like a child who's like testing out toys, and he's like that. He does one and he stands there and he just sort of like holds it for a second and he looks dead excited and gets another one. It's like it's so well done.
It's the way his hands are like this, like they're like, and he turns around and he's like, oh, which knife shall I choose? I've got a whole choice here. I can use any of these 10 knives. But
that's that was such a good shot because it's like out of focus as well. It's just really well done. And like there's an angle where you can see when you look at that mask, it's like, and you only really see it in Halloween 2 as well, like the way the hair flicks off the back and it looks so simple, like just back to the guy who did the mask, just the way he's done it, it's just fucking nice.
I love that mask. That's the mask I've got. That's the mask I purchased for last Halloween.
Is it? You've got it?
I've got it, but I painted over it because it was like, I didn't like how burnt it was. It doesn't look bad in the film, obviously.
Bought the burnt.
I painted it white, so it doesn't look like that. But that's why I got it though, because I just love the shape of this mask in this trilogy. I think it's
it's proper
awesome. So
I just I was watching the behind the scenes and they were like, oh, like we got the guy that come in and like recreate the mask from the original. I was like, well, why didn't they do that for any of the other films? Like, I know technology and stuff is a lot better, but come on, Halloween 5.
It's just laziness. It's just laziness.
Laziness. And do you think, like, I'd say back then, the Halloween films weren't as, like, popular as they are now, because...
Where it actually matters.
And the people the people making those films didn't give a shit. They thought, you know what, it's a white mask, who cares? It's a weirdo horror film, who gives a shit? Now, the people that made this film grew up watching it, and they love Halloween. They've got a love and appreciation for it. So they thought, right, we've got to get this right. Let's just fucking spend the money. It's the biggest complaint people have had about these films. So let's just spend the money and let's just get it right. It's not that hard, and they've proved that it can be done.
Very well said. I completely agree. Yeah, I couldn't say anything else because it was perfect.
So we get Lonnie, Tommy.
I was just going to say, if we haven't skipped past the bit where they see the report on the TV in the bar, I think we've got past that. It's just before the doctor and nurse go out. Vanessa and Marcus, they're called, by the way, before they leave. So do you want me to talk about it? Or?
Yeah, go.
So the doctor and nurse, Marcus and Vanessa, they make up with the OG group and apologise. They're like, we didn't know you were the victims and all this. They're like, drinks on us. And then Lonnie, I think it is, gets a phone call from Cameron saying, I've just found that he's been attacked. And then they get the news report on the TV and Tommy's like, everyone shut the fuck up. And like they turn the volume up and it explains what's happened but then it shows two people on the TV, the two escaped mental patients, prisoners, whatever, and one of them's Michael and one's the penguin guy. But I only noticed this on my most recent viewing, that it doesn't say who's who. So it shows the penguin guy first, and then it shows Michael, but Michael's blurred out because the focus leaves the TV and it focuses on Tommy, I think it is. Right. So, like, I've heard a lot of complaints about people hunting the penguin guy. I'm just going to call him the penguin from now on, because they were like, how did they think he was Michael? And they're like hunting the wrong person. It's like, that was the first one they showed on the TV. So that was the one that they were all looking at. When it shows Michael, they're not focusing on the TV, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't twig that.
I only twigged it when I recently watched it.
And also, I thought about it as well, the reason why they would mistake it. Because, your first viewing, you think, as if they think he's Michael Myers, this, like, gigantic killer. But the Michael Myers stuff isn't as well known in this universe because he's been in jail for 40 years. There was no Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween 6. He's not some notorious killer that keeps getting out and doing these murders. Like, it happened that he was put away and nobody's heard about him until these podcasters came along. So he's more of a ghost story to Haddonfield in this than he is like the only person that cares is like Laurie, because like the kids in the first film of their like, oh, there's worse things in the world than some fucking guy, stabbing people. So I guess they wouldn't know what he looks like. Like, even Tommy later on is like, is it him? Is it him? And I was like, Tommy, you of all people would know. And if you can't figure it out...
I thought that was quite, like...
What chances anybody else got? The only person that does know is Brackett, I think, because Brackett instantly is like, this is not him. Like, he doesn't look like this. Yeah, because when he goes to Penguin's corpse.
And also...
I thought that was quite realistic. And also, like, all those people following Tommy being like, oh, Evil Dies Tonight, or whatever the fuck they're saying. They probably don't give a shit. Like, if it's him or not, they just like...
they're fucking... We'll get onto that, but it is mob mentality. They don't give a shit, it's Michael. No, they just want to kill someone. They're all baying for blood.
They're all drunk off their asses.
Someone's got to die.
Say again, Paul.
Yeah. They're all drunk off their asses because they've all been smashing the lagers. And...
Military, baby. So we get the drunken posse gets formed. Tommy, Lonnie, who else is in it? Marion, Lindsay, the doctor, and the nurse.
Lindsay's played by the girl who played her in the first film as well. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, the little girl, yeah. So they open, Lonnie takes him to the back of his car, and he's got like Dean Winchester's arsenal in the back of his trunk. He like opens it up, and he opens his toolbox, and it's got like Glocks and shotguns and rifles and like big bags of weed. I was like, fuck me, that looks like an awesome fucking like timeout. Yeah. So they split up. So we get the A-team, which is Tommy, Lonnie, Cameron, and Laurie's granddaughter Alison. They're the A-team. And we get the jobber group, which is Marion, Lindsay, and the doctor and the nurse. And they instantly come across Michael in the park because he's those little shit kids from earlier. Yeah. Well, we haven't talked about them, but they've been in earlier in the film. They're the kids who were wearing the silver shamrock masks while they're trick or treating. And they've stolen from Big John and Little John, but we'll get to those two in a bit. And they're like, there's a man, he's playing hide and seek with us, and there he is there. And we get the long shot of Michael at the other end of the field, and he's holding like the head of one of the children in the skull mask. But it's such a cool shot because it's a skull mask from Halloween 3, and I was like,
Again, they just keep referencing him in this film as like the man in the white mask, which sounds like, I don't know, it just gives me that True Detective thing, the man with the scars or whatever.
The yellow gun.
Yeah. But I like that line, was like, he keeps popping his head out and stuff. I was like, fucking hell, that's so creepy. Like, how are those kids just don't give a fuck?
So we get our next big kill scene in this film when Michael he murders the 4 jobbers. He stabs Marion to death after she's wasted all her ammo trying to shoot him. She's like, like like on Eddie on Bottom when he's got that pistol. He's like firing wildly into the air, just missing everything.
Yeah.
She finally gets like a clear shot of him. She's like, say hi to Dr. Loomis. It's like a click, and she's like, oh fuck. Like he just like stabs
in this timeline. Sorry to interrupt. Did Michael kill Loomis then?
No, he just died of natural causes, I think.
Right, okay.
I think he went back to being Michael's doctor, then Dr. Sartain took over.
Oh, okay. It's just the way she wrote it. She's like, this is for Dr. Loomis.
Quick one more on Sartain. When they first go to the hospital, you see Sartain's dead body with a toe tag on it. So I paused it just to see what info was on that toe tag, and it says place of death. It says Turkey, and I was like, what? So I was like, no, he didn't die in Turkey. He's fucking Haddonfield. He couldn't get any further away from fucking Turkey.
Plot twist: Haddonfield is in Turkey.
But it does say on the on his like cause of death as well. And it says blunt force head trauma, and I was like, oh, that's fucking putting it mildly. He hasn't got a head left. It's like fucking literally smushed to pieces by Michael in the last film, I thought. So the doctor then reaches up from behind the chair and tries to give Michael the old Annie bracket by trying to strangle Michael, who's just having none of it. He's just like fucking turns his head round. It's like, what do you think you're doing?
I thingy from Snatch. Or what do you think you're doing now?
Yeah. And then he gets a knife through his fucking CGI head. Like that. I thought this looked shite.
It's not CGI, I don't think.
Oh, it just looks really bad makeup though.
It's because it's played backwards, you can tell.
Yeah, it is.
Is that what there was something offsetting
Yeah, it's
about
like the ease of the movement.
It's like that Pulp Fiction chest jab reversal type thing.
Well, you got to stab it 3 times? No, you don't stab. No, you stab it once.
But you know that was done in reverse, don't you?
Yeah. I think that works though because you barely see that shot.
So now that the doc is dead, we get the death of his missus, and she fucking like suffers what is the most hilarious death of the film. And she unloads a slug from the revolver into her own head because Michael kicks the door and she's about to fire, and boom, blows her own brains out.
Like
That's one of my favourite.
I like it because I think people shooting themselves in the head accidentally in films is one of the funniest things. Have you seen Predator from 2018, the one with Boyd Holbrook? Have you seen it?
I kind of watched it without watching one time and I never went back to it.
Yeah, it's the one just before Prey. It's not great. I enjoyed it, but it's not great. Anyway, there's a bad guy doctor character, military, trying to track down the Predator's advanced technology, and he gets hold of the Predator's shoulder cannon that can fire like blasts of energy and blows people up, and like whichever way the Predator turns his head, the shoulder cannon aims that way as well. So this doctor starts wearing the cannon. He starts using it as a weapon to like. At one point, he turns his head to the left like that, but he turns his head too far, and the cannon is right behind his head, and it fires and it blows his own head off. It's like, it's just this like, it's not even like a big deal. It just happens in like this big action scene, and he's never mentioned again. And even though he's like the main villain of the film, I was like, what the fuck, man?
Is that the one directed by
Shane Black, who was in the original Predator?
It's produced by Rodriguez. Yeah.
No, that's Predators.
No, that's
Predators.
That's Predators.
Yeah, I've not seen either of them.
God, how can you get them confused? It's simple enough, James. One's called Predators and one's called The Predator.
And don't you dare confuse it with Predator.
Yes, I do apologise.
Another good shooting themselves in the head with their own gun scene is World War Z, and I think is it Matthew Fox who does it? It's in that scene where they're like trying to run into the is it like a helicopter or a jet or something, and it's in the rain, it's at night, and he runs up the ramp to get in, he slips and just shoots himself through the head.
I remember that scene now you've said it, but I had completely blocked that piece of garbage film out from my memory because that's
it's a pretty shit film to be fair.
I remember seeing Matthew Fox in that, and I was like, surely he's going to say something soon. But no, he just doesn't speak for the entire thing.
So Michael's killed the other 3 of the job squad, and he's going after Lindsay. And she's the one that got away again. She managed to hide in the woods. Is she the only character that like survives him in this film?
Yeah,
I think every person that he meets dies except for Lindsay.
I think so.
Because she doesn't come back in the next film, does she?
No, I don't think so.
This is pretty much it for her. She
probably just like moved away or something though, like everyone else should have done.
Yeah. So we go to another happy couple. This couple are living in the Myers house. It's Big John and Little John. I'm going to say they're a married couple, but they're having a hell of a Halloween night in because we're introduced to Big John, and he is stoned off his tits, and he's lip syncing to like some spooky holiday Halloween music. And there's a bit where Little John bursts into the room and he's like, "What are you doing? I thought we were gonna watch a film tonight." And like I could see Big John's buzz dying there. Like his husband just killed that buzz. And I was like, oh my God. The fucking Buzz Killington turning up there. It's like, oh, like he was just in his own little world, nice and stoned, listening to a couple of tunes. But I'd say, although Little John, he's preparing this like it's like a cheese board, and it just looks amazing. I wanted to reach in and eat that.
Their whole house, when I was watching that scene, I was like, oh, it just looks like dead cozy and warm and nice. Like it doesn't.
I know, it's so warm and nice. I was like, I just want to get under the covers with the two of them. But they get pranked. They get pranked by the little shit kids, the Silver Shamrock kids, who, you know, they fake a apple razor blade injury. Then when one of them, the skeleton kid, runs in, steals the candy. But, you know, they take it in good spirits, so they decide to scare the shit out of these kids by telling them the story of Michael Myers. So, you know, do you know whose house that is? That's the Myers house. And they tell him the whole story. But Big John, because he's like so high, he's like he stabbed his sister in the tits. Yeah, so they've obviously they live in the Myers house. They've done it all up, so it's, you know, nice and lovely. But it's the Myers house, so they live there. So it's a fucking death sentence for them. Remember what happened to John Strode? Cuts away for a bit, cuts back to them, and, you know, they're still high. They've eaten that lovely looking cheese board. They notice that someone's in the house, so they think there's someone upstairs. Big John, he picks up the tiny little paring knife for the cheese board. He's like, don't worry, I got this knife.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I was laughing out loud at that. And then Little John picks up this like huge proper butcher knife, you know, that you can actually do some damage with. And they go upstairs, they search the house for him, try and perform a clean sweep. But Big John bites the dust first. He gets stabbed, and then he gets the whole 28 days later, Oberyn Martell, thumb to the eyes, boom! Yeah. Pretty violent, pretty gruesome. But then Little John gets...
I was going to say, the kills in this, up to this point, are just so fucking violent, aren't they? Like...
Yeah, but this next one's a bit shit. It's literally just Little John. He's like, Michael, you've come home. Michael turns around and dies off camera. I thought... it was a bit ham-fisted, that line. So.
Overall good characters, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that scene.
I didn't want them to die. Like, a lot of the time I'm cheering for Michael, but I didn't want those two to die. I thought, I'd like to see a spin-off of just them, actually. See where they move to next, you know? Maybe we could get a prequel of them. That would be cool.
For me, I would watch the shit out of that. I would just watch Big John getting off his tits, smoking weed, and Little John preparing these nice little meals for him. Oh, God.
Yeah.
They should have a YouTube channel of that stuff.
But they're dressed the same, not on Halloween night. So like Little John's dressed as like that pirate or whatever he's dressed.
Oh, he's a pirate, isn't he? Yeah, just dressed like flamboyantly.
Yeah. And then I think he's just like in his undies and his dressing gown.
Yeah, like everywhere, like the dude from the Big Lebowski just walks around in his dressing gown everywhere. Yeah. And Little John's just this pirate.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed their characters a lot, and just that end bit where he's like, "Oh, you've come home."
Yeah, that sort of puts a bit of a downer on it, but otherwise really good. And I think with their death and with the death of the couple from earlier, I think these home invasions are really they're really showing the effects that he's having in the town. Like, these are just normal people who love their partners, and then he's there fucking murdering the shit out. It's just
just creeping through houses individually, just murdering couples, and
like when he's murdering the people who are on their own, it's just like, oh yeah, their families will eventually discover their bodies and they'll mourn and be, you know, devastated. But then when he's murdering couples in front of each other, it's like
that next level,
really twisted.
Yeah.
So we get in our next scene, we get oh god, they really just didn't want to use this guy, did they? So we see Sheriff Barker. Like,
oh, I know. Fucking hell.
We said last film, like, one of the most underused characters. He's one of the coolest looking motherfuckers, like, in the entire series. Like, cowboy hat and his blazer, and he just looks fucking badass. You know he's like fucking cool as fuck. And he doesn't do anything. He
literally doesn't do anything.
He's in the hospital, but I mean, the one thing he does do though, I really enjoyed this bit. So Tommy's in the hospital and he's trying to work the crowd up and get him going. He's like, "Evil dies tonight," and all this. And Barker is just like, he's like, "Hey man, will you just shut the fuck up, right? You're just working everybody up, and something bad's gonna happen." I was like, yeah, fucking tell him. Like, he's been a dick.
When I was watching it though this morning, it was he's like having a go at Tommy. He's like, "I am the law," and somebody shout, "What's his name in it again?" Barker. You can hear somebody in the background going, "Fuck off, Barker." Something like that.
That reminds me.
It reminded me of that Father Ted bit, you know, when they is it like the sheep judging contest or something, and he's like, "Oh, he is actually this person." Everyone's like, "Oh," and then you just hear somebody in the background going, "Fucking hell."
Don't be too hard on them, Alan. They were simply pawns. The real villain in this piece has yet to be revealed. Fargo Boyle! What? Fucking hell. Yeah, that's nonsense.
don't think I've ever seen that, actually.
So funny.
You saying that reminds me of like Trailer Park Boys, where like any time there's a big crowd, all you hear in the background is "Fuck you, Mr. Leahy," and it's like.
That's literally what it is like.
So Tommy's working up the crowd. They are just looking to like fucking murder someone. They are like out for blood, and this is where I feel sorry for the Penguin, right? So like he is a ward of the state, yeah. So he's been institutionalized, so he is legally under the state's protection, and they're responsible for him. Now, not only did one of the state's doctors crash the bus that he was on, right, he's found himself in the worst fucking town at the worst time of year with a fucking maniac on the loose. And it's like Michael's not even any danger. It's all these fucking pissed up rednecks who were like, "He's coming right for us." You know, they're just like, he went for help in the bar, didn't get any help. He's gone to the hospital to get help, and he's just found this like the worst crowd ever. You go to a hospital, you think, "Oh god, they'll sort me out," and it's like Quasimodo or the Phantom of the Opera or like Beauty and the Beast. The villagers there with their pitchforks and fire sticks chasing him through this hospital. It's like he hasn't fucking done anything. I'm just saying he'd have a good case if he could find a lawyer to sue the state of Illinois. That's all I'm saying. Slippin' Jimmy, that's what he needs.
Yeah. Well, he is in this film.
So the only person that realizes that this cannot be Michael Myers, because she's seen what Michael is like. She sees is Karen. She sees the Penguin, and she's like, it's just 100% not him. And she locks him in the corridor, like tries to convince everyone else that like it's not him. Leave him alone. And they're just like, fuck this, man. This is like January 6th, fucking QAnon, fucking Trump supporters storming the fuck. They're like, we don't care about logic or reason. They're picking up wheelchairs and throwing him through windows now. And I felt bad for this guy all the way through the film. I felt fucking doubly as bad for him at this point, because like he's thinking they're gonna like literally tear me limb from limb, they're gonna kill me, so I'm just gonna take the quick way out, I'll be dead. So he smashes through the window and he jumps from like the fucking 5th story floor of the hospital, and you think, oh well, you'll just hit the ground and die. Man, he explodes when he hits that floor. Like his brains are all the fucking he looks like a bomb has gone off and just blown him to smithereens. Like he's in fucking pieces.
I wish for that scene they'd have because it's like playing in slow motion, there's like quite emotional music playing. It's like I actually felt like really sad for him. I wish they'd have just kept it as there's a shot from inside the building when you see him like leave and fall. Like I would have loved it if they just kept it as that. It shows him like falling, then it shows his body like splattered on the ground and stuff like that. I didn't really like it.
And then you get the fucking Brackett being all ham-fisted. We haven't had a shout out to Sheriff Brackett, who is now in the Mr. Garrett role of useless fucking hospital security.
OG Brackett though.
He comes up and he's like, "Here's Brackett. It's good to see him. It's good to see him." He stands up over the body and he's just like, "Now he's turning us into monsters." I thought, fuck me, this is so ham-fisted. Like,
do you reckon the Brackett of the 70s would have said that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You let him out.
Yeah, he was.
I always think of that scene when he says that to Loomis. He's like, "You let him out," and it always reminds me of Miss Trunchbull speaking to Bruce Bogtrotter, like dead close to his face. when he's like, I don't want any cake, thank you. She's like, gets really close to his face. He's like, eat it. It's like Brackett. He was like, I didn't let him out. He was like, you let him out.
Loomis trying to logic and reason with him. He's like, I didn't let him out. It's like he's fucking grieving, man. Just fucking just don't say anything back. I didn't let him out.
It's just the way he says it as well. It's like I didn't let it. Like that awkward Britishness. I didn't.
So they track Michael down to the Myers house, and we're starting to get to the end game of the film now. So Lonnie, Cameron, and Allison are the ones that get there, and Lonnie is like, "I'm going in there. You guys stay out here."
Yeah.
He goes in, and do you even see what happens to Lonnie? Because I think I must have looked away, and when I looked back up, it's like his head was sticking out the attic door, like he's just been like fucking.
I don't think you do see what happens.
Murdered off screen,
which I kind of like. Also, I just want to say I do actually really like the character of Lonnie in this.
I did like when he's offering condolences to Alison about her dad being murdered.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, I knew Ray back in the day. We were in Little Rock, and we met this shaman, and like Ray freaked out when he saw his own reflection. We were high as tits." But he also says something like, "He's like, Ray used to sell me peyote, and in the first first film, he says it the other way around. Doesn't he? Ray's like, I know Larry, he used to sell me peyote. I thought
Who do you think?
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice little touch. Like, they were such stoners, like they can't remember what the hell was going on.
Who do you think's lying?
Say again.
Who do you think's lying? Who do you think actually was the one selling peyote?
Ray, definitely.
The one selling.
Just look at him in that first film. He is definitely a man that enjoys his hallucinogens. I tell you who you do see things happen to is Cameron, because fuck me, does this boy have a fucking violent end. It just kept going. Like, it just kept going.
I forgot about this scene completely, and then when it started happening, I was like, I don't know. It's just like the Michael in this is just like brutal. Like so many characters that you don't think would die. It's like Game of Thrones. So many characters you don't think would die just get killed really horribly in there.
Yeah, he's very cruel, isn't he? He's very cruel, this Michael.
Yeah.
So he basically just beats the shit out of Cameron, rams his head through the banisters, and this made me laugh. Alison is like, Michael, come for me. So Michael like leaves what he's doing with Cameron's head stuck between the banisters and starts walking down the stairs slowly. Now I forgot what happened. I thought he just like went after it like that, but he twists Cameron's head upside down, breaking his neck, killing him. But as I was watching it, I just thought, would it be funny as if Michael was like doing the slow Michael walk down the stairs? I thought you just digged him in the side of the head. He's walking past.
That's the kind of thing Jason would have done, though. Jason takes from hat and just like smashes just kicks the boombox.
Or like that, it reminds me of that scene from Oz. You know when Adebisi's lying on the thing and Beecher gets his watch back and he's like, ooh, you shouldn't have stole my fucking watch. Do you remember?
Yeah. He's like, hey, Beecher, help me, Beecher.
And he just like slaps him on the head.
So we get the bit now where Michael's attacking Alison and he's really close. It's a slow knife fight. And Alison's trying to push it away, Michael's going to bring it to her, and Alison gets saved by her mother. I don't know where she's found this farm equipment from. She just runs him through with a pitchfork.
It's like they make a joke, don't they? I think the pitchfork's on one of the Halloween decorations outside the door, I think.
Yeah, because you can see like bales of hay and all that. But I was thinking, like, what does farming have to do with Halloween? But, I think it's a nod to Halloween 5, isn't it, really? Does he use the pitchfork, or it's that girl that uses it?
No, he uses it. He kills the guy, doesn't he? Who's on top of that girl, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, he kills the guy, and then he kills the girl with the scythe, doesn't he?
Yeah. But when I was watching the scene, I was like, she stabs him once and then stands on his head. I was like, fuck, kill him. Like, fucking kill him.
Yeah, just do it. But she did come in with a plan, because, it's 2018 established. She's not a dumbass. She's been raised by fucking survival story. She sticks with her plan. She grabs his mask and she lures him down an alleyway with his mask. She's like, come and get it. And she lures him into this angry mob with Tommy as the leader, and he's swinging his baseball bat, which is... we didn't talk about old Huckleberry that he got from the bar. It's a baseball bat engraved with old Huckleberry.
Oh, yeah.
He uses it to beat the absolute fucking shit out of Michael.
Yeah, this bit, I love the mob, like, actually being... Because in a film when you want this to happen and it never does happen.
Yeah, they're actually like proactively. They've got the right guy. They've got all the weapons. They outnumber him. They're not being stupid about it. They're taking it. They're taking their shots. Because if they all swarmed him, he'd probably just put them all at the same time. So they just go where they can.
And he does try.
They've brought a gun. What? Yeah, he gets a couple of them. Like, one guy shoots him. They beat him with a bat. They beat him down, and they're winning. Yeah. And then Karen, she takes the knife and she plunges it into him. And at this point, it was like, "Fuck yeah, get him, come on!" When you shout at a character who's being stupid, you shout him, "Do the right thing," and this is what you would want a character to do, wouldn't it? This is what you want the mob to do.
This is why I love this bit. I was like, "Oh fuck, we may actually might be the end of him,"
So they let Sheriff Brackett take the ceremonial final shot, but it ain't happening.
No.
Like a phoenix in the ashes, Michael gets up and he beats the shit out of everybody. He kills them, knives them. The first one he gets is Brackett, I think. Cuts Brackett's throat.
I hate it so much.
Did you like it?
I love the fact that they all beat him and stuff like that, but the fact that he's it cuts back to Laurie in the hospital, doesn't it? Being like, oh, you can't kill him and stuff like that. She cuts back to him and he just gets up and kills everyone there. Every main character.
I loved it. I did. I loved it. I was cheering for Michael throughout the film, gotta be honest. Yeah. I've always cheered the heels and booed the faces, so for me it was I was cheering Michael on. I want there to be more content. I want another film,
I did like the bit where they were surrounding him. I thought, come on, this is it. This is where you can do it. But c'est la vie. So this is where we say goodbye to Sheriff Brackett, who dies. But, he's had a good life. He's in his 90s at this point, or something, I think. He was about, 50 odd in the first film?
Mid-40s, probably.
We say goodbye to Tommy Doyle.
I know.
What did you think of Anthony Michael Hall's performance as Tommy? Did you like him as Tommy?
Do you know what? This time, actually, I quite liked it. He's got some stupid lines, though, but... yeah, I quite liked it. I like it. He was an active, Paul Rudd, I heard, was meant to come back for this role.
He was, but he had he was filming Ghostbusters, so he couldn't do it. But what do you reckon that would have done to the continuity of the timeline if it was Paul Rudd?
Yeah, I think it's probably a good thing he wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't matter because, you've got at least 3 different Lauries in continuity.
Oh, yeah, Marion Chambers died in one of them, yeah.
This
timeline's separate from anything other than the first Halloween. So if he came back as Tommy, then...
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the Tommy from Halloween 6, would it? You could just have the same actor playing the same role, but with a different continuity, which is what they've done with Laurie.
No.
And Michael Myers.
But they're from the first film. Tommy Doyle wasn't...
Yeah, so
but
Tommy
Paul
Doyle.
Rudd as Tommy Doyle wasn't in the first film, was he?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It would have been good.
Yeah, Paul, don't have an opinion.
Yeah, shut up.
Dan, what did you think of this ending where he kills everybody?
I can see why you don't like it, but with the tone of the film, the way it was, they'd already established Michael's a badass with the fireman scene.
Everybody, though.
So it didn't bother me.
Even fucking...
Yeah, it didn't.
What's her name? Judy Greer.
So we'll just go into the home stretch. So Karen, she's looking up at Judith Meyer's bedroom. She sees Ghost Michael, the kid, when he in the clown costume. And does she go upstairs to investigate what she's just seen? Is that? I mean, I never really got that. She sees the ghost of Michael Myers looking out from Judith's window. So she goes up to Judith's room because there's no other reason for her to go up there.
Wait, she sees the ghost.
Michael.
The ghost as in a clown, or him as Michael now.
So Karen is outside the Myers house. She looks up at Judith Myers' bedroom. And she sees Michael as a child, like a hallucination or a spirit or a wraith. And then she goes up into Judith's room, and then the real Michael is there, and he stabs her to death. It's just some sort of contrived way to get her to go up into Judith Myers' bedroom, have her killed there, which is symbolic. But there is no reason for her to go up there, so I guess they kind of just made up this supernatural bit at the end. It was just a bit or is she just seeing things? I don't know.
It's just a shame, because I actually like this film, but...
Just to make excuses for the film, as I am wont to do, she has been through a lot in the past week, I'd say, but especially in the last 24 hours, how many people have just died around her, and how many people has she seen die, and this childhood boogeyman's come back that she didn't know if she didn't believe was real and whatnot. So she's probably tripping balls. She's probably not eaten for quite a while either.
Yeah,
she's probably been drinking a little bit, maybe. There's me making excuses up for bad writing.
I'll put it down
again.
to stress.
So
we basically get the final scene is Laurie, who is spent the entire film in the hospital, staring through the glass. I don't know what she's even looking at, giving the final narration. And Michael in his sister's bedroom, staring out, looking over at Haddonfield. So it's almost like they're looking at each other. And this is where I was like, right, we're going to get a knockdown, drag out, slobber knocker of a fight. The film ends right there. So
the film
kills.
Halloween ends right there.
Yeah.
Halloween.
So yeah, that was Halloween. That was part 2 of the David Gordon Green trilogy. Paul, I'll ask you first what you thought of this film.
I loved it. Obviously there are some shit bits in it. Evil Dies Tonight is dumb. It's dumb as shit.
Is that the line? I don't think they mention it that often.
No, I find it hard to remember because they don't mention it enough. But
did you have to write it down?
I had to watch it 10 times to remember. But as Dan said earlier, it's mob mentality. They're all wankered. They've been doing this for 40 years. Well, near enough, whatever. Getting wrecked every Halloween and just being yeah, we escaped him and all that, and then he's actually come back, and they just created this South Park-esque mob where they're gonna go and fuck shit up. So apart from those, I think all the positives of the film for me well outweighed any negatives. It's quite a quick film, isn't it? It's an hour and 45 or something, but it doesn't feel that long of a film. I think Laurie should have been in it more, but I reckon the first half an hour of the film for me is just so good that it doesn't really matter. I rate it really highly, and I would watch it over and over again. I can't believe it's only got 5.5 on IMDb. That's lower than H2O, You know, it's lower than Halloween 4. It's mental.
That's because H2O's the best one.
Oh, God.
I'm joking.
James?
I do really like this. Well, I like this film. Obviously, there's a few stupid bits in it and stuff like that. I just really hate the ending. I think it's just so, like, I don't know. I just hate it so much. And there's no, like, mystery or anything about it anymore. Like, I know that's the way it is, but it's just like a Jason film, which I like Jason films, but it's not. It shouldn't be a Halloween film. But
No. Yeah.
good to see the "Where's my hug" guy not in this one. Like, you know, yeah. But no, I really like it, and I'd like if you were to read this as a book. I'd love Stephen King to write it. You know, like the small town, everybody freaking out sort of thing, and like with it being more about that than actually Michael Myers.
Yeah,
and I love the fact that Laurie Strode's not in it that much personally.
It's reminiscent of Halloween 2, though, isn't it? Her being in the hospital for the whole film, so maybe that's what they were thinking. I don't know. I'm
with you, Paul. Mostly, it's definitely better than 2018.
Yeah.
I appreciated 2018 more on my second watch, but it's still not as good as this. I don't understand why people hate this film. This is like often is in like the worst Halloween films list for most people. I don't understand why. I think I kind of do, but I just don't think it's anywhere near as bad as like Halloween 5 or Halloween 2 Rob Zombie. It's just nowhere near as bad.
Yeah, I
as
agree.
Massively. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I like the characters. I think Michael is like the most menacing he's been in forever. Like he's just this brutal killing machine. Even the victims that he's killing, they're all likable. They all have personality, and it makes the deaths, one, they're horrific, and two, they hit more because I like those characters, even though they've only just been introduced 10 minutes before. Like, not all the characters, because some are fucking gonks like the doctor and the nurse. But, yeah. So yeah,
like that was
really good.
The two
really
home invasion couples. You know, normally I can just imagine them being in certain films and they'd been like, oh, who cares? Like, I hope they die. But I actually felt bad, and you know.
She was just trying to fly her drone while he was trying to get it on with her, and then they got bloody murdered, didn't they? It's no good.
Yeah.
And the Johns,
Big John and Little John, they were just trying to watch their film and
eat their honey,
cheese, eat some cheese.
Let's hear some trivia. Have you got trivia?
So this film's trivia is very similar to last episode's trivia, where it's just a lot of this scene was a callback to this scene from the original and all that shit. But I'll read you a couple anyway. So it's time for bullshit trivia of the week. Jamie Lee Curtis reprises her role as Laurie Strode for the 6th time, and in doing so, she surpasses Donald Pleasance, who appeared in 5 movies, with the most in the series. So there you go. A lot of the trivia is like that. It's not exactly.
I didn't know that.
It's not exactly good, but this one I found quite interesting. Michael McDonald is the only person to have been killed by Michael Myers and Mike Myers. In Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, 1987, McDonald plays the Dr. Evil henchman who slowly gets flattened by a steamroller. There you go. That's cool.
Who is he in Halloween?
Don't know, actually. Let me look him up. Michael McDonald.
Oh, he's Little John, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Michael McDonald.
Yeah, so there you go. That's fun trivia. That. Michael Hall and Robert Longstreet, Brian Andrews, this isn't written very well, retired from acting in 2015, and Brent LePage never acted again after the original Halloween movie. That. All right. 12 pumpkins are featured in the opening title sequence, with the last one indicating Halloween Kills as the 12th Halloween film. God, they're so shit, these bits of trivia. Actual firefighters from Cannon Air Force Base Fire Department appear in the film's opening. David Gordon Green recalled that when they attempted to find a yearbook photo of one of Michael's victims from the 1978 film, he came across a yearbook photo of Bob Odenkirk and thought that he resembled original actor John Michael Graham. The rights issues were resolved so that Green could use Odenkirk's photo instead of the actual actor. Odenkirk is therefore credited as Bob, despite not physically appearing in the film.
I've got the picture up here now. Yeah, he looks so much like Bob from the first one, doesn't he?
Yeah. I've got one more bit of trivia for you, and it is when only counting the original series of films and not Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007, this is the first time since Halloween 1978 where Tommy Doyle and Lindsay Wallace are in the same movie as Laurie Strode.
Yeah, because I was going to say they appear in Halloween 4.
Yeah.
But she's not in that, is she?
And Halloween 6, Tommy Doyle, but she's not in that either.
But Lindsay's not in that,
Neither is Laurie.
And Laurie's not in that either.
There you go.
Right, that was Paul's trivia of the week. Yeah. We didn't do a recast for this episode because we were so last minute with this. Considering we've had like 6 weeks to record, the fact that we all like watched it this morning,
I know,
just couldn't come up.
I have done a recast, but it's not very good.
So,
like it's only 4 people. Do you want to hear the 4 that I've got? Right.
Let's hear your recast then.
So, as much as I love this part,
yeah, go on. Give us your whole.
As much as I love this part, and I really enjoy doing it, I just didn't have it in this one because there's only like 4 people I would say that I would even recast, but I wouldn't because they all did good jobs and everything. However, so for Tommy, and this is because I love this actor and I just want to see him in everything, is Sean Harris.
Oh yeah.
He's just I just wanted to use him for such a long time, and he's just fucking that good.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's one of the only good things about. He is in Prometheus, isn't he?
Yeah. He's good in that, but like he hasn't got a big of a role. But do you remember the film Creep?
You go.
Not the American one.
The one that was set on the shoot.
Sean Harris plays the mutant monster guy in that. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Is that Sean Harris?
Oh shit, I didn't know that. It's got thingy in it. It's me, Leonard Gilby.
What?
What's his name in real life?
But he's thingy from Snatch, isn't he?
From Lockstock.
Not Snatch, from Lockstock. Yeah, the guy with the afro from Lockstock. Oh yeah, is he a train security guard in that film?
Yeah. He's the guy.
It's been so many years since I've seen it. Yeah.
So I know like Sean Harris is more like doomy, gloomy, and like he's much more. I don't think he would even be in the film, but he's just great. I just like to use him.
Yeah.
So for my Lonnie, do you want to hear my Lonnie? Or do you want to go in turn?
Lonnie.
Oh, I've got a Lonnie as well.
Paul, you do yours first.
For my Lonnie, right? And I've always thought this since I first saw the film. I think the guy who plays him looks just like Johnny Vegas. So I've got Johnny Vegas for my Lonnie. He does. He looks just like him. It's weird.
Yeah, he does.
And he is like an American version of Johnny Vegas in Ideal, isn't
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I could so watch that. I could so watch a cartoon head Michael Myers crossover.
Who'd win in a fight? Oh, those two.
So, James, who's your Lonnie?
Stephen Root, because he looks exactly like him as well.
Yeah,
I think he'd be good.
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah, he would. He's such a good actor, Stephen Root.
He just pops up in so many different things as well.
Yeah. He's one of those people who's when people say, "Oh, I bet you know this actor's face, but you can't say his name." He's one of those type of actors, like a character actor.
Nice. I just had to.
I love Steve Murray. He's so good.
I just had to Google him, and as soon as I saw his face, I was like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah, he's good in RoboCop 3. I'll have you know.
Paul, who did you recast? Who were the others? The doctor and nurse couple.
Go on,
for Marcus, the nurse or doctor, whatever, the guy. I cast Seth Gillen from Oz and The Walking Dead and Starship Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
And it's mostly because at one point I looked at him and I was like, do you know what? He looks a bit like Seth Gillen. He's got same eyes. Yeah, and I like him as well as an actor. Yeah, he's really good. I love his character arc in Oz. His character arc in Oz is so good because he starts as the guard, doesn't he? And he later comes back as like the radicalist. Yeah,
Black Panther,
and he goes completely insane, doesn't he? So it's good actor. I like him.
Who did you have for the nurse?
I had Lupita Nyong'o from Us and Black Panther. I just wanted to cast her as well because I think she's a really good actress. So I thought those two on screen would be quite good together. She could sell that gun kick death really well.
She was in A Quiet Place day one.
Yeah. I thought she was in one of those.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah. So again, no relevance to the characters in this film. I just couldn't think of anyone, and I just thought of people who I like and people who I want to see in more things. So sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
James, have you got anybody you want to recast? Anybody else?
No, not really. No.
So I only did Tommy because I was I've been so busy, I couldn't get to it. So I just thought about Tommy, but I couldn't think of anybody. So what I did was I googled Anthony Michael Hall was born in 1968. So that means he would have been 10 years old at the time of the first Halloween film was set in 78. And in real life. So I googled actors who were born in 1968 to see, who would sort of fit the bill, who'd be the right sort of age. So I'm going to go through this list of actors that came up. Okay. I'm just going to let you judge. These are all actors that were born in 1968 that could play the role of Tommy Doyle. So, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig.
Was he born in 1968? Fucking hell.
Hugh Jackman. Aaron Eckhart.
Damn.
Will Smith. Owen Wilson. Bill Burr, the comedian.
That would actually be
from Breaking Bad. Yeah, I think he'd be really. He's the best one so far. Billy Crudup, who is a hell of an actor. Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah. Okay, these last ones. Halloween veteran LL Cool J. And the last two are Damon Albarn from the Gorillaz. And Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle would be a good one.
Kurt Angle would be dead good.
Fucking Angle slamming like that Quasimodo penguin dude. Ah!
Just running.
Tap, Michael! Tap, you son of a bitch!
Hospital in like that vest outfit as well, like the vest short.
Oh, with that singlet with his gum shield in.
Yeah, imagine Perk Angle going for it around Haddonfield. Michael would be shitting himself.
Oh my god, that would be terrifying because Perk Angle is like so much scarier looking than Kurt Angle. Like, right, James, wrap us up. What came out in 2021?
Okay, so I've got a lot of good shit actually. So let's start with the ones that I've seen. We've got the Candyman remake.
Ooh, I enjoyed that.
I didn't enjoy that.
No, I didn't like it.
No,
I did.
We've got that film called Lamb. Do you remember that? I've not seen it, but it's.
I know the film, but I haven't seen it either.
We've got Last Night in Soho. Did you watch that? Fucking awful. There's an Edgar Wright. So shit. We've got the M. Night Shyamalan film Old, which was actually pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
You watched that one?
I've still never seen that.
You know, it's alright.
It's so bad.
Is it?
Did you watch it?
The Beach That Makes You Old?
Have I seen it? Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, did you like it?
No, shit. It's so.
I quite liked it. I quite liked the story behind it. I thought it was alright.
Do you know what? Like M. Night is so good at coming up with an idea for a film and then just not executing it well at all when you're old.
There's a film called Censor. Did you ever see that?
Censor.
About the woman who works in the film censoring like company who like label films as their age rating and stuff like that. That was good.
Oh,
the
I've never seen
FCC.
this actually.
Yeah, that was pretty. I enjoyed that a lot. There was a remake of Wrong Turn, which I didn't know.
I saw a bit of that. It was really shit.
Need to remake that film.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the original isn't great.
No.
Yeah.
We've got Spiral from the Book of Saw.
Oh, is that with Chris Rock?
That's so shit. Yeah.
Is it?
I attempted it, but I didn't get very far. Like I don't know. I was just so bored. Just super bored.
I know. Yeah, literally, just like it's just like really glossy and like shit. You know, what else have we got here? There's Someone Inside Your House. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
In the Earth. That was the Ben Wheatley one. Did you watch that? It's got
I haven't seen any of these films.
It looked like it was going to be fucking dead good, and it wasn't very good, unfortunately. We've got Black Phone.
That was a bit pig.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
I didn't like it too much. I didn't think like I think the acting was okay, but I think it was a bit like ghosty phone and all that.
Yeah, I'm not usually into supernatural
I'm not.
stuff, but I thought it was pretty good.
Malignant. I've not seen that.
I watched it a couple of weeks ago.
Any good?
It's directed by James Wan,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
We've got The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. And loads of stuff now I've just not heard of.
Right, we're almost out of time, so let's give me your ratings. Give me your ratings out of 10. Oh no, I tell you what Halloween films do you think this is better than?
Oh,
What
yeah,
ones
that's a
do you
good
think it's not as good
I
as?
can't remember any ratings that I think since I've got Letterboxd now, I've become a lot harsher with my ratings now.
I would rate this 9 out of 10, right? And I know, hear me out, right? I'm talking about out of Halloween films. I'm not talking about all the films.
Okay.
It's never going to be in my top 10 films. Halloween. I actually did my top 10 not long ago when I in a conversation. And Halloween 1978 is there. It's in the top 10. But this wouldn't ever be in my top 10 all-time films. But it's definitely in my top 10 Halloween films out of 13. But it's high up. It's high. It's high up for me. I would rather watch this than most of the other films. So I would probably place it 4th after 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
and that's weird because I remember having a conversation with you two before we started doing this, and Halloween 4 was always my favourite, and that's probably time and place.
That's so weird to think.
But now Halloween 4 is probably about like 6th or so, something like that. So there you go. I do love the film.
I'm with you. I'd say this is my 4th favourite after 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I'd say exactly everything you've just said. I agree with.
Yeah, I think maybe the same for me actually. 1, 2. I really love 6 though. So
6 has gone right up in my estimations after doing the podcast. I got to be honest. Like, I had it very low down, but after rewatching it and really thinking about it,
I might cut all this out and just save it for when we do like a.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Let's save it for that
episode. Yeah.
I'll say 7. I'll say 7 because I actually really rate the film. I love the opening 70s scene. It's great. I just really hate the ending.
Well, speaking of ends, we'll end things here and we'll be back next episode, which is episode 14. And we'll be discussing not only the last part of this Halloween trilogy, but this will be our last Halloween film before we move on.
Yeah.
We're nearly there. The end is in sight.
The Halloween end is in sight.
Gotta be honest, I'm looking forward to doing a non-Halloween film.
Yeah, same.
This is like... I was full of life when we started this, and we've gone through some absolute shite.
Do you know what? It's like... It's not so much when we're doing it. It's like, say, last night I really couldn't be fucking asked to watch this. But that's when I was like, oh god, let's watch something else. But like after I'd watched it and made notes, I was excited to talk about it.
Same, like even though I love this film, when I started watching it last night, I was like, I wish I was watching something else. Just wasn't in the mood for it. But like we did start like just before Halloween in real life, didn't we? So like we were all dead hyped for it. I usually watch them anyway around that time, but.
So yeah, it's been a long journey to get to this point, and I'm not going to talk too much about the next film, but this to me is probably the last highlight we're going to have because I've got a lot to say about the next film. If we thought this was a slog, then the next one's going to be like a lot of work. So, but we'll get.
Maybe
to that.
we should wait until February when you're both back on the booze to do that one.
So, thank you everybody for listening to this episode of Dark Talk. We shall see you next time. So, goodbye and good night.
Bonjour.
See you later.